talks from the crypt.
And let's, I guess, kind of go a little bit before Three from Hell. So you did House of a Thousand Corpses. Was that what shot you into the absolute, atmosphere of stardom in the horror genre? Or would you say it was more Devil's Rejects? Well, I mean, because, Chop Top takes a big piece of that cake, and I'm not overlooking him by any means, but I think Otis brought you to a new generation of kids like myself.
Yeah, I mean, both House and Devil's Rejects, that combined. That was the first time I'd ever played the same character more than once. So that was very cool.
Released, though, right? Because you did Chop Top once before.
Never really played Chop Top, certainly not in the Chainsaw, in the feature film Chainsaw franchise.
No. Features, yeah.
Yeah, because when they did Chainsaw 3, there was no Chop Top. I mean, Chop Top was
All-American Massacre was, you reprised it in that, but it was a little short and it wasn't a feature.
It wasn't a feature, and it was really kind of like a backyard. Started out as a backyard. Really, it was supposed to be an example of William, aka Tony Hooper's CGI ability. He was supposed to show off, and that was the kernel of the idea behind All American Massacre. Mm-hmm. That he was going to, do some little scenario and show his editing techniques, somehow his computer graphics techniques, and then it just kind of grew and grew and grew, and I mean we ended up, Buckethead, my favorite guitar player in the world, Buckethead played Leatherface with a fat suit. I mean, it was really cool to actually visit Chop Top again 10 years after Chainsaw 2. Yeah. And that for those 10 years, I'd been in a mental penitentiary. And it was kind of like, there was a film crew that shows up at the mental penitentiary, and they want to interview Chop Top, and they want to talk about, his origins. And then it turns into a flashback. Sorry. And, it was very cool. I loved working with Tony. Loved working with Buckethead, of course, and my buddy. All the people that worked on that film were really, really fun, really into it. There was no pay. Basically, it was just helping out a friend. And but I got to say that the makeup artist that did my Chop Top makeup was a guy named Todd Bates, and Todd was a big was a professional makeup guy and a big Chainsaw 2 fan. And right after I had done All American Massacre, I just did a couple days on it. I got a call from a friend at Universal Studios asking if I wanted to MC a little horror award show called the Igor Awards. And it was outdoors. It was like a little, 3-foot stage, more like a platform, bunch of folding chairs. And it was basically put on by Universal to given a little funny demon statue to Universal people who had been in horror movies or something. And so I said, sure. They let me come as Chop Top, so I emceed the show as Chop Top. Todd Bates did the Chop Top makeup, and was at that funny little show where one of the award recipients was Rob Zombie. So that was October of '99. So thanks to Todd doing the Chop Top makeup and me emceeing the show as Chop Top, that's when Rob came out to get his award and was like, awestruck that here's it's Chop Top.
If anyone had ever told me that a guy from Chainsaw 2 would hand me a little demon statue someday, I would have said, you're crazy.
He told me later, he thought backstage, he was listening to me and he thought, yeah, that guy's doing a decent Chop Top.
He said decent to you?
Yeah, decent. Yeah, he was a decent Chop Top. And then he comes out and it's like, holy shit, it's Chop Top.
Yeah. Well, to your benefit, I've heard many interviews with him and he says, who's that guy doing such a great Chop Top impersonation? So you definitely impressed him on that one.
Well, I mean, he came out and he realized, holy shit, it's Chop Top. And we talked backstage after the show. I had my older daughter and her little girlfriend. I think they were like 13 or 14, big Rob Zombie fans. So they were, I was getting, a lot of daddy points.
Yeah.
Bringing them along and doing this whole thing. But about a month after that Igor Awards was when I got a call from Rob's manager, Andy Gould, called me at home and said, would you like to be in this movie that he's going to do called House of a Thousand Corpses? And as an actor, sure. If he'd called up and said, would you like to play, a maintenance man in a commercial, I would have gone, yeah, absolutely.